Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Come on, Con. Check, check, check. Now, let me see. Check, 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 check. How you know how I was saying? Like he like to hear himself. Check, check, check. Let me see what it sound like on YouTube. Check, check, check. Do it again. Check, check, check. There it is. Check, 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 check. That's it. Check, check. Come on, I can hear. Most high in Christ. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Shabbat, my brothers, Yahweh Shemala, Thun, Hashem, Yahweh Shad, my sisters. We're getting ready to start the Sabbath service for the I.S.U.P.K Fayetteville. Bear with us. We're getting ready to get started very shortly. But if you could put a 1 in the chat, Baba Kashah, so I know that you can hear me. You want to go ahead and run it, or we can go ahead and start it off. All right. Drinking the wine this morning. What's on crack? Yeah, right. I put up that crucifix on. SHALAM. We can go to. Okay. Imagine. Mean stand, saw Wapanya Hakwadam, mean turn and face the east. Get ready to say these prayers. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathalanao, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknao, Kabawatnao, Kasalaknao, Kabawatnao, Wala'ah, Tabiyayanao, Banasayawan, Abal, Hawashayana, Mayan, Rod, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wataparat, Lawalumium, Aman.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
This is the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kashah, Nathalanao, Hakak, Larpa'ah, Kamakalam, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakim, Hamathium, Hakak, Arakawat, Hatima Allah, Lagar Shun, Bashim Yawashah, the Wadaman.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the lepers. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is the blessings for the rank and structure order of Israel. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shah, Wa Miyaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Matazbiyah, Alawap Yahanna, Ha Alawapim, Ha Saranyam, Ha Kwazayayim, Ha Koyoyim, Wa Agwatim, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shah, the Wadaman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, I.Y.A.H.N.N.A, Ahaharium, Mayan, Yabai, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aishab, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'Allah, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamdika, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Bakal-Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabawa'aka, Mayatha, Wa'aid Awalam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Dami Alakab, Al-Takarash, Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahanna, Al-YAHANNA, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'ima Yamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya'itazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarawa, Lakawa, Wanakakiram, Magoya, Wala'ah, Yazakar, Sham Yash. Awada, Kayak, Nawa'itazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yakad, Baryat, Yakaratwa, Ahaya, Adawam, Wayashma'ala, Yum, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabal, Wa'imawani, Wa'imalak, Palashat, Am Yashabia, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Aishalaham, Kamajin, Kasai Sarah, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayadara, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kanasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashah, Lanawa, At, Na'awat, Alahayim, Alahayat, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rakab, Kaash, W.I.R.A. Wakala Habab, Tahalat, Hariyam, Kantara Datman, Basai Rakab, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamkat, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ijaid, Wayakapawa, Wayabadwa, Wayadayawa, Kaya Ata, Shamkat, Yahweh, Labadka, Al Yawan, Alkaha Arataza.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let's cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yashar'Allah may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah. And as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sir, your shop, you mean to be seated?
Check, check. Shalom, shalom. Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah, to the brothers Yahweh Shamar, Alatah B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, to the sisters and priests and officers of 1,000 Ban Kayal. This is Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA, the I.S.U.P.K Sabbath service. And where we left off last week is where? We're in the book of Exodus, at the book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 8. So if you can, follow along with us. This brother's going to read in the Hebrew, and then we're going to follow up in the English, all right?
Come on. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wayakwak, Mashah, Ath, Hadam, Wayazarak, Al, Ha'ayim, Waya Amar, Hana, Dum, Habariyat, Ashar, Karath, Yahweh, Imakam, Al, Kal, Hadabariyam, Ha'Allah, verse 9, Waya Al, Maishah, Wa Aharon, Nadab, Wa Abaya, Hawa'a, Washab Ya'ayim, Salaki, Washaba Ayim, Maza Kornaya, Yasha'Allah, verse 10, Waya Ra'awa, Ath, Allah Alahaya, Yasha'Allah, Wata Kath, Raga Layawa, Kama Aisha, Labanath, Hasa Payar, Waka Aitazum, Hashamayim, Lata Har, verse 24. Wa'al Ataza Laya, Banya Yasha'Allah, La'a, Shalak, Yadwa, Wayakazawa, Ath,
Ha-alahayim, Waya-akalwa, Waya-shatwa, verse 12, Waya-amar, Yahweh, Al, Maishah, Ilah, Al-Yah, Hahara, Wahaya, Shum, Wa'ath, Wa'atana, Laka, Ath, Lakath, Ha'aban, Waha-tawara, Waha-matazawa, Ashar, Katabathia, Wahawa, Rathum, verse 13, Waya Kwam, Masha, Waya Hawa, Sha'ai, Masharathawa, Waya Al, Masha, Al, Har, Alahayim, verse 14, Wa'al, Hazakwanayim, Amar, Shabwa, Lanawa, Bazah, Aid, Ashar, Nashawab, Aliyakam, Wahana, Aharan, Waka, War, Imakam, Maya, Baal, Dabarium, Yagash, Alaham, verse 15, Waya Al, Maishah, Al, Hahar, Wayakam, Ha'ai, Nan, Ath, Hahar. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 8 in the English. And Moses took blood and sprinkled it on the people and said, Behold the blood of the covenant which the Most High have made with you concerning all these words. Verse 9. Then went up Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and 70 of the elders of Israel.
Right.
Verse 10. And they saw the Most High, so like the power of Israel.
That's right.
And there was under his feet as it were a paved work of a sapphire stone.
The power of who?
The power of Israel.
The power of Israel. Don't say the power of the Ham or the power of Edom. It don't say the power of Moab or Ammon or Phut or any of those other nations. We should be very, very jealous about the other nations with respect to our power, man. Right. This is our power, the Most High power. Okay, and he's a separate, holy power. That means that we're supposed to be separate and holy, right, and severed, set apart from all the other nations. Right. Okay, we got to stop being so comfortable believing in this whole initiative of diversity, equity, and inclusion. The Most High power is very, very possessive, and he select blacks, Hispanics, and their Native Indians above any other nation that he created. All right,
right.
Salakia.
That's too well, sir. And it is Salakia, and as it were the body of heaven in his clearness.
That's right.
Verse 11.
The body of who?
The body of heaven.
So you got to understand the context of heaven. You know, you can look up and you can see the sun, the moon, the stars. That's one context of heaven. Right. You know, or where the Most High power resides. Right. Okay. There's another context of heaven. That's right. But right here, he just mentioned Moses and Aaron and Nadab and Abihu and the 70 elders of Israel. That's so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right. That's the kingdom of heaven. Yeah, right. Whenever we're in rulership and authority, that is the context of heaven. Right. All right, Salakia.
Okay. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 11 in the English. And upon the nobles of the children of Israel, right, he laid up not his hand. Also they saw the Most High and did eat and drink.
That's right.
Verse 12. And the Most High said unto Moses, Come up to me into the mount and be there. And I will give thee tables of stone, right, and a law and commandments, which I have written, that thou mayest teach them.
That's right.
Verse 13. And Moses rose up and his minister, Joshua, and Moses went up into the mount of the Most High. Verse 14. And he said unto the elders, Tarry ye here for us, until we come again unto you. And behold, Aaron and Hur are with you. If any man have any matters to do, let him come into them.
That's right.
Verse 15, and Moses went up into the mount, and a cloud covered the mount.
So what you see here is order.
Right.
There's a rank and order structure. Right. Not everybody is the damn leader. That's right. Not everybody is the Ottawa. You got to earn those positions. That's right. All right. This is not some fake Israelite group that we're speaking about right here. Yeah. This is the original order of our nation. And I mean, why would you want to join yourself to anything that is of disarray? Or organized confusion, which is what the Christian church is. That's right. Over 42,000 different Christian denominations on the globe, man. Which one you want to join? Right. It's all contingent to your likes, your dislikes. That's right. your tastes, But right here, Israel didn't have a choice. The Most High Power set, Moses and Aaron and Joshua in the positions of authority.
That's right.
Salakia.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 16 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, Kabawad, Yahweh, Al, Har, Sayanaya, Wayakasa Hawa, Ha'ain, Salakia, Ha'ainan, Shashath, Yam, Wayakara, Al, Maisha, Bayawam, Hashabiyah, Hashabiyah, Matawak, Ha'ainan, verse 17, Wama Ra'ah, Kabawad, Yahweh, Ka'ash, Al-Kalath, Bara'ash, Hahar, La'ayana Naya, Banya Yasha'ala, verse 18, Wayaba'a, Masha, Batawak, Hana'ain, Slakin, Ha'aina, Hainan, Waya'al, Al, Hahar, Wayahaya, Masha, Bahar, Ara Ba'ayam, Yawam, Wa'arab Ayam, La Yala. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar Yahweh Al Maisha La Amar, verse 2. The bar Al Banyan Yasha'ala Wayakawaka Wa Laya Hara Wa Ha Salakim. Tara Wa Ma'ath, Kal, Ayash, Ashar, Yad Banya Nawa, Labawa, Takwa Kawa, Ath, Tara Wa Matya, verse 3. Waza Ath, Hata Ra Wama, Ashar, Takwa Kawa, Ma'atam, Zahab, Waka Sap, Wana Kashat, verse 4. Wata Kalat, Wa Ara Gaman, Wata Wa La'ait, Shanya, Washasha, or Washash, Wa I Zayam, verse 5. It's like Wa Irath, Ayalam, Ma'a Dama, it's like Ma'a Damayam, Wa Arath, Daka Dakasham, Wa I Tazayah, Shatayam. This is the book of Exodus. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 24, verse 16 in the English. And the glory of the Most High abode upon Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it 6 days. And the seventh day he called unto Moses out of the midst of the cloud. Verse 17. And the sight of the glory of the Most High was like devouring fire.
Like a what?
Devouring fire.
Think of like a volcano, but just more glorious, man.
Right.
That's terrifying to think about. Right. No, our elder, our Ottawa is up there,
Right.
But he's in the presence of the Lord. So there's no reason for you to be afraid. This is why it's so important for us to be obedient, man. Doing what we're supposed to do. This is before we were given the laws. Right. According to the laws that were given to Moses. We've always had some form of order and instruction. All right. Keep going, Salakia.
It says, it was like devouring fire on the top of the mount in the eyes of the children of Israel. Verse 18. And Moses went into the midst of the cloud and got him up into the mount. And Moses was in the mount 40 days and 40 nights.
That's right.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 1. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel that they bring me an offering. Of every man that giveth it willing with his heart, you shall take my offering.
When we talk about the heart, we already know we're not talking about that organ, that chambered organ that pumps blood throughout your body. That's not what we're talking about here. Let's not be so simple with respect to understanding context in the Bible, man. The heart is generally speaking of your mind. But in the context of your heart, we're talking about, compassion, love, affection. Right. This is something that you're doing intentionally because you want to do this. Right. All right. And why would you not want to make a sacrifice unto the Lord, especially after he freed us from the hard bondage of Egypt? That's right. Good night, man. Go ahead, Salaki.
Khan, verse 3. And this is the offering which ye shall take of them, gold and silver and brass.
Good night.
Verse 4. And blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen and goat's hair. Verse 5. And ram skin dyed red,
Right.
and badger skin and shittim wood.
Okay.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 6 in the Hebrew. It's like Shaman Lama'ar, Basha Mayam, Lashaman, Hamashaka, Wala Quatara, Hasa Mayam, verse 7. Abanya, Shaham, Wa'abanya, Mala Ayam, La'apad, Wala Kashan, verse 8. Wa'ashawa, Laya, Makadash, Washa Kanathya, Bata Wakam, verse 9. Kakal, Ashar, Anya, Mara'ah, Wa'atak, Ath, Habanayat, Hama Shakan, Wa'ath, Taba Nayat, Kal Yawa, Wakan, Ha'aishawa, verse 10. Wa'aishawa, Arawan, Atazaya, Shatayam, Amatyam, Wakatazaya, Arakawa, Wa'ama, Wakatazaya, Rakabwa, Wa'ama, Wakatazaya, Kamatwa, verse 11. Watazap Yat, Athwa, Zahab, Tahawor, Mabayat, Wama Kawataza, Tatazapa Nawa, Wa'ai Shayat, Al Yawa, Zar, Zahab, Sabayab, verse 12. Wayat Zakwat, Lawa, Arabai, Taba'ith, Zahab, Wanatata, Al, Arabai, Pa'ai, Mat Yawa, Washatya, Aiba, slacking, Taba'ith, Al, Tazal, Aiwa, Ha'atath, slacking, Ha'akath, Washatya, Taba'ith, Al, Tazal, Aiwa, Hashan Yat, Hashanayat. Oh, that's it. So this is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 6. In the English, it says, oil for the light, spices for anointing, oil, and sweet and innocent. It's like and for sweet innocence. It's like incense.
That's right.
Verse 7. Onyx stones and stones to be set in the ephod and the breastplate.
Right.
Verse 8. And let them make a sanctuary that I may dwell among them.
Not just a sanctuary. It says make what?
And let them make a sanctuary that I may dwell among them.
Let them make me a sanctuary. Right. Go ahead. So this is the Most High sanctuary, okay? That he may dwell among his children, the nation that he chose. Keep reading.
According to all that I showed thee,
Right.
after the pattern of the tabernacle and the pattern of all the instruments thereof, even so you shall make it.
That's right. So you got to learn. This is really interesting because the Most High Power is giving us instruction.
Right.
And if you think you can't even follow instructions from, your parents, let alone from any of your boss at your job, or just slavery, you can't even come here and say Khan out of one Khan,
Right.
To the camp leader.
That's right.
So why do you think you'd be able to be so obedient to the Most High Power? We're not even preparing to serve the Lord.
That's right.
In real time, So we are really delusional as a nation of people.
That's right.
You got to get in and do the work right now. You can't wait until you're ready or wait until you're on your deathbed.
Right.
You're not prepared for the kingdom of heaven. You're not prepared to follow the instructions of the Most High Power, to build his tabernacle.
Right.
So keep reading, brother. So,
This This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 10 in the English. And they shall make an ark of shittim wood.
Right.
2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof.
That's right.
Verse 11. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold. Within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shall make upon it a crown of gold round about. Verse 12. And thou shalt cast 4 rings of gold for it, and put them in the 4 corners thereof, and 2 rings shall be in the one side of it, and 2 rings in the other side of it.
That's right.
So, well, you know that the Most High was a Negro.
That's boy. One mind, one body, one spirit.
Most High Christ. Well,
that's all I'm thinking.
He's shiny with it, and it's gold too. You know
gold
what
everywhere. Inlaid, outlaid, gold plated, everything.
Right.
You know?
Most High Christ. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 13 in the Hebrew. YAHANNA, Badya, Itazayah, Shatyam, Watazap Atham, Zahab, verse 14. Wahabat, it's like a Wahabat, Ath, Hibadium, Batab Ith, Al, Tazal Ith, Ha'aran, Lasha'ath, Ath, Ha'aran, Baham, verse 15. Bata Ba'ith, Ha'aran, Yahayawa, Habadium, La'ah, Yasa Rawa, Yasarwa, Mama Nawa, verse 16. Wanathath, Al, Ha'aran, Ath, Ha'idath, Ishar, Athwa, Slaki, Athan, Al Yak, verse 17. Wa'ashayat, Kaparath, Zahab, Tahawar, Amathium, Wakataziyah, Araka, Wa'ama, Wakataziyah, Rakaba, verse 18. Wa'ishat, Shanyam, Karabium, Zahab, Makwasha, Ha'isha, Itham, Mashanya, Quatazawath, Haka Parath, verse 19. Wa'isha, Karawab, Akkad, Makwataza, Mazah, Wakarawab, Akkad, Makwataza, Mazah, Man, Hakaporath, Ha'ishawa, Ath, Hakarabium, Al, Shanya, Quatazawat, Yahwa. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 13 in the Hebrew. Talking in English. And thou shalt make staves of shittim wood and overlay them with gold. Verse 14. And thou shalt put the staves into the rings by the sides of the ark, that the ark may be borne with them. Verse 15. The staves shall be in the rings of the ark, they shall not be taken from it. Okay. Verse 16. And thou shalt put into the ark testimony. So like thou shalt put into the ark the testimony which I shall give thee. Verse 17. And thou shalt thou shalt make a mercy seat of pure gold. 2 cubits and half shall be the length thereof, and a cubit and half the breadth thereof. Verse 18. And thou shalt make 2 cherubims of gold, of beaten work shalt thou make them, and the 2 ends of the mercy seat. Right. Verse 19. And make 1 cherub on the one end, and the other cherub on the other end. Even of the mercy seat shall ye make the cherubims on the 2 ends thereof.
That's not a naked baby. I know everybody's getting into the spirit of wanting to celebrate Valentine's Day. And that's how you're going to see these images of so-called Cupid. And they say Cupid is a cherub, you know, or an angel, a covering angel is what a cherubim is. And it's something that is very glorious. You know, not to say a naked baby is not a glorious thing, you know, but that's the spirit of our oppressor, you know, to want to worship, you know, it's just a very evil, vile, lascivious spirit. Right. You know, that spirit of a pedophile to want to see a naked baby. You know what I mean? Salakia.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 20 in the Hebrew. YAHWH, HaKarabim, Parashiyah, Kanapia, La Ma'ai, it's like a La Amala, Saka Kayum, Baka Nap Yathum, Al, Hapa, it's like a Haka Parath, Wapanya Hum, Ayash, Al, Akayawa, Al, Hakaparath, Yahweh, Panya, Hakarabim, verse 21. Wana Tath, Ath, Hakaparath, Al, Ha'aran, Malama Al, it's like a Malama Allah, Wa Al, Ha'aran, Tathan, Ath, Ha'adath, Ashar, Athan, Al Yak, verse 22. Wana Yawai dat ya laka shum wada baratya atak ma'al haka parath mabayan shanya haka rabium ashar al aran ha'adath ta atak slash ath kal ashar atazawa awatak al banyaya sha'ala, verse 23. Wa Aishayat, Shalakan, Aitaziyah, Shatayum, Amathium, Arakwa, Wa Ama, Rakabwa, Wa Ama, Wakataziyah, Kwama Kamatwa, verse 24. Watazapiyat, Atwa, Zahab, Tahawar, Wa Aishayat, Lawa, Zar, Zahab, Sabyab, verse 25, Wa Aishayat, Lawa, Masagarath, Tapath, selected, Tapak, Sabyab, Wa Aishayat, Zar, Zahab, Lama Sagarathwa, Sabyab, verse 24. Wa Aishayat, Lawa, Arabai, it's like Arabai, Matabait, Zahab, Wanatat, At, Hasa Ba'ais, Al, Arabai, Hapa'at, Ashar, La Arabai, Ragal Yawa.
So Salakia, you know, this image that you see here is a depiction of what the Ark of the Covenant looked like. Okay, and you see the two covering cherubims on top of the mercy seat. All right, and that's pretty spot on. I would imagine that's what it would look like based off of what we're reading. Keep reading, Salakia.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 20 in the English. And the cherubim shall stretch forth their wings on high,
Right.
covering the mercy seat with their wings, and their faces shall look one to another. Toward the mercy seat shall the faces of the cherubims be.
See, so they're facing one another, but their heads are somewhat bowed, looking toward the mercy seat. And they got both of their wings spread out, you know, covering the mercy seat from this image here. Keep reading.
Verse 21. And thou shalt put the mercy seat upon the ark, and in the ark shalt put the testimony that I shall give thee.
That's right.
Verse 22. And
even those cherubims have the spirit of humility, you know, when it comes down to the Most High power, you know. So I don't get off where, you know, we can be so arrogant. We've taken on the spirit of arrogance as slaves in this empire. You know, that goes against the spirit of brotherhood. You know, right. That goes against the spirit of servitude unto the Most High power. Right. You know, I'm really struck at these detailed instructions that the Lord has given us, or gave the Israelites way back when. You know, about how to make this ark. Will we be able to do that today? Not in the Christian church. Not if you in Islam.
Right.
I know here in the I.S.U.P.K, we would be able to do this because we follow orders. That's right. Salakia.
Come on. So like verse 22. And there I will meet with thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat,
Right.
from between the two cherubims which are upon the ark of the testimony, of all things which I will give thee in commandment unto the children of Israel.
That's right.
Verse 23. Thou shalt also make a table of shittim wood.
Right.
2 cubits shall be the length thereof, and a cubit the breadth thereof,
Right.
and a cubit and a half the height thereof.
So when we talk about a cubit, that's just the distance between what? Your elbow and your middle finger.
Okay.
Of an average sized man. That would be the length of a cubit or the length of measurement that we're speaking about right here.
Verse 24. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold, and make thereto a crown of gold round about.
Right.
Verse 25. And thou shalt make unto it a border on an hand breaded round about, and thou shalt make a golden crown to the border there round about.
Right.
It's like thereof round about. Verse 26. And thou shalt make for it 4 rings of gold, and put the rings in the 4 corners that are on the 4 feet thereof. Most High is laying out the blueprint on how to make this Ark of the Covenant, man.
He's the real Lord of the Rings.
That's
you know
right. Yeah.
It's so crazy. You know,
Right.
you're talking about the spirit of a Negro.
Oh, God.
You know, we have a natural affinity for gold just on the strength of, serving the Lord. The Lord likes gold.
Right. Right.
So it's not a bad thing. Don't be ashamed of your gold teeth and, your gold chains and bracelets and rings.
Right.
Don't be ashamed of that, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. This is our culture, and it was given to us by the Most High Power. It's hard.
Right. Most High. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 27 in the Hebrew. La'amath, Hamasa Garath, Tahayayan, Hasa Slaka, Hata Ba'ath, Labadium, Lasha'ath, Ath, Hashalakan, verse 28, Wa'ashayath, Ath, Habadayam, Itaziyah, Shatayam, Watazap Yath, Atham, Zahab, Wana Sha'ah, Bum, Ath, Hashalakam, Slak Hashalakan, verse 29, Wa'ashayath, Kwa'airat Yawa, Wakapath Yawa, Wakwash Wat Yawa, Wama Nakwat, Slaka, Wama Nakwa Yat Yawa, Ashar, Yasad, Bahan, Zahab, Tahawar, Ha'asha, Aitham. Verse 30. Wanatath, Al, Hashalakan, Lakam, Panyam, Lapanya, Tamayad. Verse 31. Wa'ashatya, it's like a Wa'ashayat, Manarat, Zahab, Tahawar, Makwasha, Ha'isha, it's like a Ta'isha, Hama, Nawara, Yakara, it's like a Yuraka, Wakwana, Gaba, Ya'aya, Kapathriya, Waparak, Ya, it's like a Wapariak, Ya, Mamana, Yawa, verse 32, Washasha, Panaya, Yataza Ayam, Matazad Ya, Shalasha, Kwanya, Mana Ra, Matazada, Ha'a Kad, Washalasha, Kwanya, Manara, Matazada, Asha Hashanya, verse 33, Shalasha, Gaba Ayam, Slaka, Gaba Ayam, Mashak Dayam, Bakwana, Ha'akad, Salaka Kapathar, Waparak, Washala, Salaka Washalasha, Gaba Ayam, Masha Quadiyam, Bakwana, Ha'akad, Kapathar, Waparak, Khan, Lasha Shath, Hakanayam, Hakonyam, Salaki, Haya Tazayam, Man, Hama Nara.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 27 in the English.
Over against the border shall the rings be for the for places of the staves to bear the table. Verse 28. And thou shalt make the staves of shittim wood and overlay them with gold. The table, so like that table may be borne with them.
Right.
Verse 29. And thou shalt make the dishes thereof, and spoons thereof, and covers thereof, and bowls thereof, to cover withal of pure gold shalt thou make them. Verse 30. Thou shalt set upon the table showbread before me always. Verse 31. And thou shalt make a candlestick of pure gold, of beaten work shall the candlestick be made. His shaft and his branches, his bowls, his knops, and his flowers shall be the same. So it's like it shall be of the same. Verse 32. And 6 branches shall come out of the sides of it, 3 branches of the candlestick out of the one side, and 3 branches of the candlestick out of the other side.
Good night. We were talking about the menorah right here, you know? And this is like, how did the devil come up with, what is it, 9 branches? You know, they're taking creative liberty with the most high power. They adding 2, you know?
Like they God.
Yeah, like they God. Good night, man. Salaki.
Wow, sir. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 33 in the English. 3 bowls made like unto almonds with a knot, and a flower in one branch, and 3 bowls made like an almonds in the other branch with a knot, and a flower. So in the 6 branches that come out of the candlestick. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 34 in the Hebrew. Waba manara, ara ba'ai, gaba ayam, masha kwadayam, kapa kapath raya, wapa rakya. Verse 35. It's like a waka patar, takat shanya, hakwanayam, mamana, waka patar, takat shanya, hakwanayam, mamana, wakwa patar, takat shanya, hakwanayam, mamana, la shashat, hakwanayam, haya tazayam, man, hama nara. Verse 36. Kapatharaya hum, wakwa natham, mamana, yahayawa, kala, makwasha, ata, slaka akath, zahab, tahawar. Verse 37. Wa ashayat, ath, naratya, shabai, waha ayla. Ath, naratya, waha ayar, al, ibar, panya. Verse 38. Wama la kwakaya. It's like wama la kwakaya. Wama kwat taya. Good night. Zahab tahawar. Verse 39. Kakar zahab tahawar. Ya Aisha, Ata, Ath, Kal, Hakalium, Ha'ala, verse 40. Wara'ah, Wa Aisha, Batab Nayat, it's like Batab Nayatam, Ashar, Ata, Marah, Bahar. It's the book of Exodus, chapter 25, verse 34 in the Hebrew. It's like in English. And the candlestick shall be 4 bowls made like unto almonds with their knops and their flower, it's like and their flowers. Verse 35. And there shall be a knop under 2 branches of the same, and a knop under 2 branches of the same, and a knop under 2 branches of the same.
Right.
According to the 6 branches that proceed out of the candlestick.
Right.
Verse 36. Their knops and their branches shall be of the same, All of it shall be one beaten work of pure gold.
That's right.
Verse 37. And thou shalt make the 7 lamps thereof, and they shall light the lamps thereof, and that they may give light over against it. Verse 38. And the tongs thereof, and the snuff dishes thereof shall be of pure gold. Verse 39. And of a talent of pure gold shall he make it with all these vessels. Verse 40. And look that thou make them thereafter. And look that thou make them after their pattern, which was showed thee in the mount.
Good night. I want to see what is a snuff dish. Right. See what that is. Yeah, because I'm from the South, you know, and they you hear snuff dish. Yeah, you're thinking like a spittoon, you know, but I'm like, nah, that ain't it. That can't be it. A snuff dish.
It says a snuff dish is a fire holder. This is according to the interlinear of the Blue Letter Bible. It says a fire holder, a censer, a fire pan, or like a tray.
Yeah, like this snuff dish, essentially, inside of the censer, right? Most High Christ, because it did say the tongs thereof. Okay, Most High Christ.
That made sense.
Yeah, don't get it twisted. The Lord is lawful.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
ain't about chewing no damn tobacco.
Right.
You know, so lock it.
Just up here, imagine.
SHALAM.
Sawapan Yahakwadam, it's like imagine, meaning stand. Sawapan Yahakwadam, meaning turn and face the east, get ready to say the Lord's all these prayers. This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malatuka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, I.S.U.P.K, Ba'aratasa, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Lathanlanao, Lakam, Ka, Yawam, Wasalaknao, Kabawatnao, Kasalaknao, Kabawatnao, Wala'ah, Tabia'ayanao, Banasayawan, Abag, Hawashayano, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'alam, Wataparat, Lawalabium, Aman.
In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
So be it. This is the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kashah, Lathan Lanao, Hakak, Larpa'ah, Kamakalah, Ukamarawa, Hakak, Latahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, Lahakiam, Hamathiam, Hakak, Arakawa, Hatama'alam, Lagarshan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is the blessings for the rank and structure order of Israel. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shah, Wa Miyaka Allah, Wa Alahayim, Wa Tazabiyah, Alawap Yahanna, Ha Alawapim, Ha Saroyim, Ha Kwaziyoyim, Ha Kayoyoyim, Wa'akwatyan, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, the water among.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, I.Y.A.H.N.N-A, I.H.O.R.I.A, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ayim, Isaiah, Ma'ayim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'arataza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Aliyanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Ayad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Aknapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wabu'aka, Mayata, Wa'ayid Iwalam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yashala shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayam, Al-Dami Yalaka, Al-Takarash, Wa-Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabika, Yahawah Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Aimaka, Ya'ima Yawa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'itazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Baryat, Yakaratwa, Ahoya, Adawam, Wayashima'ala, Yum, Mawa'aba, Wahagarian, Gabal, Wa'aimawana, Wa'aimalak, Palashat, Am Yashabia, Tazawar, Gum Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, Aishalaham, Kamajin, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Wanakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayan Dara, Hayawa, Daman, Layadama, Shayatamwa, Nadayamawa, Kayarab, Wakazaba, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kanasayakama, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairasha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awat, Alahayam, Alahayab, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Ira, Wakalahabah, Tahalat, Hariyam, Kantaradatma, Basaya Raka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Dabahalam, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ajaid, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadawa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Ayawan, Al-Kaha Arataza.
In the English, keep not thou silence. O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation. In the name of Yasha may be no more remembrance, for they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes, Gebal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Selah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kasan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Ze'eb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, the trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sir, turn, sisters of Yeshab and Baba Kashab, men of Israel, gird thyself to salute the Torah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakiyah. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakiyah. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakiyah. Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakiyah.
Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute unto the teacher. Men of Israel, Ma'ab Shabbat, Imajib, Barak, Yahya Matah, Sar, turn the face to sisters of Imajib, Baba Kishah. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute unto the sisters. Men of Israel, Ma'ab Shabbat, Imajib, Barak, Yahweh Shemal, Athaba, Shim Yahweh Yahya Matah, class Sabbath dismissed. Water, read it, man. Water, sir. You did a good job, man. Water, sir.